Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family.
Good morning, everyone. Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I was just crafting away this morning and thought, you know what? I'm going to jump on and I'm going to do a live video on Facebook. So welcome, everybody. So I think I'm live. Let me just double check, and I see that I am definitely live. I can see there that, oh, I've got 21 people on already. Let me see. Okay, so say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and let's have a little bit of crafty fun here today. So, of course, you all know that there's a brand new catalogue that is going to be live on the 4th of May. So one of the things that is super exciting about a brand new catalogue is all the awesome brand new products that you get. And I'm actually making some bookmarks to go in my catalogues to send out to my lucky customers. Hello, Susan, Kay, Ruth, Cheryl, Vicky, hello. So what I decided to do was to jump on and just share with you what I'm making to go in my catalogs that I'm sending out to my friends. So to my customers. So I've actually got a right mess on my desk, but that's okay. Hey, Beryl, how you going? You're back home after 6 weeks away. I'm so glad you're back home. Back to card making. Sounds like a great plan, Beryl. All right, so let's actually get down onto my desk. And these are some of them that I've been making. I've got ribbons here galore, but these are some of them that I've been making. But I'm going to show you how I actually have been making them. So on the demonstrator planning place, so if you're already a Stampin' Up demonstrator, on the demonstrator planning place, a lovely demonstrator shared a PDF form of these bookmarks. And what you can do, I've printed them out. So I've got quite a few of them. I've printed them out on basic white, thick cardstock. So I just wanted to show you, I've been crafting and making, because I have to make quite a few of these. The problem is I can't get my hands on enough catalogs to be able to send out to my customers. So I'm just going to prioritize the people that have ordered with me in the last 2 months. I'm going to put you at the top of the list and send out catalogs. Hopefully by the end of April, we are able to get catalogs, but there's been a shortage of catalogs, and we were only allowed to order an 8-pack of catalogs, which is devastating for me. But luckily, some of my local demonstrators have ordered some catalogs and gave me some catalogs. So I've got a few to send out, but I just wanted to show you how I was putting together these little bookmarks. So as you can see, it says 2021, 2023 in color, in colors. So this is to celebrate, because when we have a brand new catalog, we always get new in colors. Ruth saying we all craft with a mess. I know that there's a mess. I can tell you both sides of my desk here is like a super huge mess. So anyway, so I wanted to show you what I've been doing with this. So I printed them up and I've cut them out. And I'm now I designed how I wanted to display the in colors, because when we get a brand new catalog, we get a brand new set of in colors. So our new in colors are fresh freesia, polished pink, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and pale papaya. Okay, so I've then taken my designer series paper and I have cut strips that are 1 inch wide of my designer series paper. Hey, Rita, how you going? So I've cut designer series paper as 1 inch wide. And I've also cut a series of these cute little flowers. And I need to cut some out of the soft succulent because I've ran out of them. So I'm using this gorgeous brand new punch, which is brand new in our new catalog. And The name escapes me at the moment, but it will be coming in our brand new catalog, but I need some of the soft succulent colors. So I actually had quite a narrow strip of this. So I'm going to cut this back because I don't want to ruin a whole heap of this cardstock, because we're only limited to in our pre-order to a couple of packs. So I also wanted to let you know there is also an awesome special that is coming, a joining special that is coming in May. So if you absolutely love Stampin' Up products and you would like to get your products at a discount and you've been thinking about joining Stampin' Up for a while, then May is going to be the time to do it, because we have an awesome joining special. So instead of the normal $235 worth of product that you would normally get, hang on and I see if I can get up. Let me see if I can get up a picture of the joining special so I can show you. So just bear with me for 1 minute. Let's go into share screen. There we go. Okay, so the new joining special is you get to choose $283 worth of product and you only have to pay $169. That is going to start on the 4th of May and run right through to the end of May. So 4th of May right through to the end of May. Now, it is a super, super awesome special. Normally we get $235 worth of product, but we're now getting $283 worth of product and we're only paying $169. That actually is a saving of $114 of product that you get absolutely free. Now, I'm not pushing people to join Stampin' Up, but if you want a discount on your products and you want to be a happy shopper, May is going to be an awesome time to join. So the heads up is it's about 13 days away, $114 worth of product, and you're for free. You're going to pay $169, $283 worth of product to choose. There is so much that you can choose and put into your starter kit. And the beauty of it is we're going to have a brand new catalog on the 4th of May. So if you want to order things out of the brand new catalog, you should seriously think about just joining to get a discount on your own products. So you don't have to sell, you don't have to hold parties. You can wholly and solely just join and get a discount on your products. Now, when you first join, you actually get to the remainder of the first quarter that you join in, the remainder of that quarter plus the whole next quarter before you actually have to get to your quarterly amount. The quarterly amount works out about $156 per month. So you're going to get until we're in our quarter now. So the remainder of this quarter, you will get until October, the end of October, to actually make your first quarterly amount. So, and it's $467 worth of product retail. We get 20% discount on that. When you first start out, you get a 20% discount. Straight off the bat, the very next order that you order, you will get 20% discount off that. So it's called the Flowers and Leaves Punch. Thank you, Beryl. Hey, Shona, how you going? Thanks for joining. Hey, Roz, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that that awesome special will be coming up on the 4th of May. If you simply cannot wait until the 4th of May, you can join my team right now. You will get to choose $235 worth of product and still only pay $169. So we have the last chance retiring list. So we have all of those products. There's a lot of those that are reduced in price. You can add that to a starter kit. You can add the brand new products that we already, as demonstrators, were able to order this month because we have a month of pre-order. Wendy, I do think it's about time you joined again. I was actually going to message you, Wendy, when I found out about the offer. So it's a pretty good deal, $283 and you only pay $169. That is an awesome special on its own. And then you will enjoy a discount guaranteed until the end of October if you don't make the quarterly amount. If you make the quarterly amount, you get the whole next quarter plus another pending month again. So my suggestion is just try it out. Just become a discount shopper. try it out. If you love Stampin' Up products, why not get a discount on your products? So it's lovely to see you, Wendy. I haven't chatted with you for so long. All right, so let's get back to the crafting that I was jumping on here to do, because I'm sure that's what you want to see. So I'm going to go back down to my desk once again. Okay, so I've got the in color bookmarks made, printed out and ready to go and cut up. So then what I do is I just take a selection of my papers. Now I've already put Seal Plus on here, ready to go. So where the pale papaya is, I'm going to pop down some of the designer series paper. So this is the gorgeous designer series paper that we have, and it's got different patterns. So you can see we've got this pattern here. Now the opposite side of that pattern is this one. Okay, then we have this pattern in our designer series paper, and the opposite side is that one. Oh, did I do the wrong thing there? Okay, so there we have the 4 different patterns in our designer series paper. So you can see we've got this gorgeous pattern, this beautiful pattern that looks like flowers. This reminds me of like a little bit like honeycomb type of thing, and the beautiful diamond crisscross pattern. So, and you get that in all 5 colors. Now in my in color club, how the in color club works is you actually get to collect 1 color per month. And when you collect 1 color per month, you will get the ink pad, you will get the re-inker, the blends, the Stampin' Right marker, a roll of ribbon, what else? Stampin' Right marker, I said that, didn't I? You'll get 4 sheets of the cardstock. You'll also get 8 sheets of this designer series paper, and you will get a selection of the beautiful gems. And I am going to throw in, because we have some other products in the in colors that are really, really nice. We have some shimmer vellum, which is absolutely gorgeous. And we also have some cute little treat bags. But I think I will probably pop in a selection of the sheer vellum, the shimmer vellum as well. So as you can see, I'm just layering up these. So I've got pale papaya, soft succulent, evening evergreen, my polished pink. I'm going to grab out the polished pink. And do you know, I've been having such a fun time making these beautiful bookmarks. It's so easy to do. So I've stuck down the designer series paper. I'm then going to turn that over and just trim along the edge of that bookmark to trim those off to get them level with the edge of the bookmark. And something like this is really super, super cute to make for people. So now what I want to do is I want to add a selection of the ribbon, because I wanted to be able to show people what the ribbon can look like as well. And I also wanted to show them what the colored cardstock looks like. So I thought this was a great way to make a sampling for them. So I'm then going to pop a little bit of my Seal Plus just in the middle of each of that designer series paper, ready to pop my ribbon on. And I absolutely love doing crafting like this, because it's a little bit like a production line. You get a bit of a pattern going, and I'm just going to wrap that ribbon around and stick it into the Seal Plus, and then trim that off. So I'm going to do that with each of the ribbons. So as you can tell, my desk at the moment, I just keep dragging the ribbon out and wrapping it around. Who else is like that? Who else ends up with like a pile of mess on your desk when you're doing things? The ribbons are all getting tangled up, but you know what? It's actually relaxing. I often think making multiples of something is really relaxing. Who that's watching loves making multiples? Do you love sitting down and instead of just making 1 card, making 10 cards? So designing one design, but then making multiple, or making them in different colors as well. But don't you think this is showcasing our beautiful new in colors? I actually was quite sad when I was seeing our in colors as in Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, Is that all the in colors that left? I'm trying to think if that's all of them. I was absolutely like devastated to see those colors go because I absolutely loved every single one of them. But now these new in colors, I'm really excited. And that's why you like kits as well, Wendy? Yes, because you can make multiple. So the designing kits are an awesome way to go because kits, you've already got everything designed, ready to go. And all you've got to do is follow the instructions. Hey, Lisa, how you going? From sunny Wollongong. Well, I'm glad it's sunny. Who else has had chilly weather where you are? Honestly, this morning I woke up and I was like, wow, it is really starting to have a bit of a feel like winter. So now I'm going to take these gorgeous flowers and I'm going to pop some Seal Plus on the back of the flower, and I'm just going to pop that down here. So now I'm going to grab a soft succulent. It's going to take me a while to get used to these new colors. Getting used to the names sometime. I'm getting there. Evening Evergreen. So we're going to pop one of those flowers on there. Polished Pink. We definitely want to pop. It's even been cool in Queensland. I know, Ruth. I mean, like I'm only an hour south of the Queensland border, but yes, it's definitely cooled off. My daughter that lives at the Gold Coast messaged me this morning and she said, it is cold when you have to get out in the truck pants, you know, like, so she's starting to feel the cold quite a bit as well. So, and then I thought what I would do, I would like to use the in color gems, but I don't have a lot of them. And because I've actually got to send quite a few catalogs out, I thought I would just use our basic jewels, our rhinestones. And I thought just grabbing a little one and popping a little one in the center of each flower, and that will just finish it off. It will just give that finished touch to the bookmark. Okay, so what do you think? How cute is that? And to have a beautiful bookmark like that. So I'll bring in another few of them and add a few more gems to those. And I absolutely just love doing multiple projects like this, because once I've done the first design, then I can just sit down and get myself into a pattern, into a routine, and just sit down and enjoy the crafting. I could color with the blends. I could, hey, Bruno Bertucci, how are you? I could color with the blends as well, because we've got blends that are matching in each and every one of these gorgeous colors. So we've got blends, we've got Stampin' Right markers, we've got the gorgeous ribbons. Now the ribbons are a lot like, we had these type of ribbons in our celebration. Do you remember the ribbons that we had in the celebration? So they remind me a lot of those ribbons, but gorgeous, beautiful new colors. I really think, type into the comments and let me know, what is your favorite color? What do you think out of these brand new in colors might be your favorite color? Hang on, and I'll bring in the Fresh Freesia. Which one do you think is your favorite color? Look at those ribbons. Aren't they just gorgeous? It's just a whole handful of yumminess, I think. Ruth says that she loves doing multiple cards, 4 or 5 at a time. Exactly. Oh, a bookmark. I came in late, didn't realize. Oh, good, Lisa. Oh, were you asking what I was doing? Yeah, so, okay, so Beryl says that Freesia is hers. Fresh Freesia is her color. Rhonda, what about you? What color do you think is one of your most, the pink, didn't catch the name of it. Polished Pink, Matthew. Polished Pink, absolutely gorgeous. It's a really, really nice, bright pink. Absolutely stunning. Lisa is Fresh Freesia. Mari is Fresh Freesia. So, and I think the Fresh Freesia, I think seeing we had such a troublesome time with our purple posy, I think it's really nice. Wendy says that she loves both of the greens. I know. To tell you the truth, this Evening Evergreen, I am absolutely amazed at this gorgeous richness of this deep green. It is absolutely beautiful. Evening Evergreen is definitely one of my favorites. And I also like, as Wendy said, both the greens. Look at those two greens together. So the soft succulent and the Evening Evergreen. Absolutely lovely. I agree. All right, so do you want me to make a card? Do you want me to see a card being made? I was thinking I might like to make some in-color cards as well. And I do have, just on my desk, I have the Elegantly Said stamp set, and I also have the Pansy Patch. Would you like, not really wrapped in the Evening, it looks black when it's stamped. It does, but then I think if you stamped off, Beryl, if you don't like how dark it is, I like the darkness and the richness. But if you actually stamped off, you will get a really nice color. Let's bring in some Whisper White cardstock and let's just try out these gorgeous colors. Let me grab my colors. So we've got Soft Succulent, we've got Evening Evergreen, we've got Fresh Freesia, we've got Polished Pink, and Pale Papaya. Okay, so let me grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Okay, so let's do some stamping here. We might grab, what are we going to grab? I'll grab just the flower out of the Elegantly Said. So let's just stamp these flowers and we'll stamp them in the colors and see what you think. We can bring in the blends as well. So we've got blends in all of the colors, okay, and I think that's all we might do. So let me grab a block and we'll ink up these colors and see what it's like. And we might do maybe first generation and second generation stamping just so that we can see a difference in the colors. I'm going to start with the lightest one first. So I'm going to start with the Pale Papaya because I will clean my stamp in between, but I just want to start with this one first and see what we think. So this is the Pale Papaya. So it's a real, and then I'm going to do second generation. Okay. So there we have a gorgeous color. I'll bring that up. So you can see it's a very nice lighter apricot. So it's quite nice in color. The stamped off is very subtle. Okay. Now let me see. We will do the blends beside it so you can have a look at that. Okay. So we've got the dark papaya there. It's very rich. It's a really nice, it's like a very rich petal pink, really. And then we've got the pale, the light. Okay, so that's our blends, dark and light, and that's our first generation and second generation. Oh, no worries, Kathleen. You always seem to be catching me late, don't you? When it's bedtime for you, I'm sorry. I should have jumped on earlier, but I was working this morning. So, okay, so I'm going to clean that off. The next color we might do is, we might do Fresh Freesia next. We'll see what that's like. So we'll do first generation. Okay, and second generation. Okay, so this is a really, really, the Pale Papaya stamped off would look good as text as a background of a card, Matthew. Exactly. That's a great idea. So we've got first generation, second generation. These colors are gorgeous. This is a way of getting so much more out of your ink pads. If you do first generation, second generation, and sometimes third generation stamping, you will get 3 different colors with your ink pads. Now, because you're getting those 3 different colors for your ink pads, you get more out of your ink pads. So you get more color selection by being able to do first and second generation and sometimes even third. Third generation works really well on the darker colors. The lighter colors, not so much. Probably first and second generation just with your lighter colors. who normally does that with their stamps to get a different color? I know that when we had the everything is rosy, I know that in that product medley, so this is the dark fresh freesia, and this is the light fresh freesia in our blends. Okay, so you can see there. Now, blends, you can never tell the color until they actually dry because they tend to lighten up a bit when they dry. So that is the fresh freesia. So let's move on in now. I better clean that stamp again. Let's move on into, I think I'm going to go, the soft succulent is the next color I'm going to do. So we'll use that one. Occasionally you do, but a lot of the time you forget, Matthew. I know. It's something that I think that we probably need to do a lot more of. So that's first generation and second generation there. Okay, so you can see you're getting really, really nice different colors by using the first and the second generation. Sometimes stamp off for a subtle background behind stamp sentiment wording. Yes, Lisa, that's probably when I do either second or third generation most of the time so that your sentiment will stand out. So what Lisa is saying, being able to stamp some words across, like having the flower in as a background and then being able to stamp a sentiment across the flower so that the flower is just a subtle background and yet your sentiment can stand out. So let's bring in our blends now. Okay, so we have, this is the dark soft succulent. So it's actually really nice. It's a really nice, oops, daisy. It's a really nice, sorry, my phone's ringing. Okay, so it's a really nice deep succulent color. So I think it's really, really, Beryl's saying same as me. So she does do it, but she often forgets. So that's the dark and this is the light. I honestly, this color is one of my faves too. I'm thinking that I'm going to really, really like this soft succulent. I like mint macaron, and I think this is a nice color, similar to mint macaron, but it's still different. So that's the beauty of these in colors, isn't it? All right, so let's clean that off and let's do, I'm going to do the polished pink, I think, next. I think I'm just going to have enough room to do all of these. Okay, so we've got polished pink. This is a gorgeous pink. So first generation and second generation. Okay, so there you can start to see. You can see the darker colors. You start to really see a really beautiful difference in that first generation and second generation. Oh, these ink pads are so new. I'm having a bit of a hard time getting them open and closed. Okay, so we'll bring in the blends. Okay, so we'll do the dark one. Ooh, very nice. And we'll do the light in our polished pink. Very nice. So there we have light and dark. Now, aren't these colors looking really, really nice all together? Like, this is what I think is the beauty of when we get a batch of these new in colors. So we have these in colors, we have them for 2 years. So it's great to, a lot of people are like, I don't know whether I want to get them because we only have them for 2 years. But if you just want to do Stampin' Up as a hobby, if you're just a collector and you love Stampin' Up products, then my suggestion would be get the ink pads and make sure you get the re-inkers and make sure you stock up on the re-inkers. Like when it's getting that we've had these in colors for 12 months, make sure you restock up again on your re-inkers, and then you've got the ink pads for quite a while, because when you can re-ink your ink pads, you end up having your ink pads for many, many years because you're able to re-ink them and get that color to be nice and rich all the time. All right, so, and that's why the In Colour Club is quite good, because you get to collect the re-inkers as well. So this one is the Evening Evergreen. This one I absolutely, it's a really deep green. And then when you stamp second generation, look at that. It's looking in between our dark, our first generation in our soft succulent. It's looking a little bit darker than that. But you can see it's got a really, I was never ever fond of garden green, and I will be the first one to say it. I was never ever fond of garden green. It was not my go-to color. And I honestly think that I probably have garden green as an ink pad that probably has never ever been used, or very, very used very minimally, put it that way. But I found that this Evening Evergreen, and even Mossy Meadow, I was not real fussed on Mossy Meadow at first, but then when I started using it, I really liked the green. So green is not probably one of my favorite colors. So this is the dark blend, and this is the light in the Evening Evergreen. Okay. So, I mean, the Evening Evergreen and the soft succulent go really, really well together. Seeing this pink has reinforced your love for pink ink. I know, Matthew, it is, that pink is gorgeous. And seeing this light pink, I've often thought when it comes to blending, we really need a really nice pink with our blends, because we've got like the Flirty Flamingo, but it's more of a sort of an orangey pink. And then we've got our Magenta Madness, which is a really, really full-on vibrant dark rich pink, but this is that pink in between. So I think it's definitely, I'm so glad that we've actually got the polished pink in blends, because that was something that we really, really needed. So I know a lot of people were disappointed with these in colors that we didn't get a blue, but we have lots of blue. We have Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Pacific Point. So we have quite a few blues in our range. And honestly, I know it was sad to see Seaside Spray go, but Balmy Blue is a quite close second. So, all right, let's get on to making a card. So I decided that I wanted to probably make some in color cards. So what I might do is I might grab, let's do 5 of these, because I'm going to sit here and do multiple cards. We were just talking about doing multiple cards. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we've got 5 in colors. We'll do 5 cards in the in colors. So I'm just going to grab some layers to be able to put layers on there. So I'll just grab one of each. Okay, that and that. As I said, I was just sitting here playing and decided that I would do a bit of crafting with you all. So I'm actually not that organized with everything here. Let me clean up this desk a little bit more. Okay, so I've got our basic white in thick. So I'm going to grab a sheet of each of the colored cardstock so that I can cut some layers. That one. Soft succulent. I'm just going to keep saying the names of these colors so that I can get it through my head. Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, papaya, however we're going to say it. I will probably struggle with that color from now until Lord knows how long. Same as I struggle with Cajun craze, I don't know. I always often, I think to myself, oh my Lord, I try to say these names and then I think, am I saying that correct? But you know what? I'm a crafter. I'm not an English teacher, I'm a crafter. All right, so I'm going to cut a layer of 5.5 by 3 3/4. And this is how I always do my layers. So if you're brand new to crafting, all you need to remember is what the size of your card front is going to be. And when I fold my card front in half, my card base in half, I end up with a 4 by 5 3/4 inch card front size. So because I end up with that, I go down either by a quarter of an inch or half an inch, a quarter of an inch or an eighth of an inch with my layering, depending on how big of a layer or how big of a border I want to see in, oh, no worries, Wendy, catch you later. How big of a border you want to see in behind your layer is the measurement that you go down. But if you remember the golden rule that to go down and get a layer, that you just go down by either a quarter of an inch or an eighth of an inch, you will be able to make layers, any amount of layers with your card. So in other words, if my card front size was 5 3/4 inches by 4 inches, I've gone down to 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So I've just taken a quarter of an inch off each layer to be able to, oops, got one more, nearly forgot the fresh freezer after all that. So I'm just going down by quarter of an inch. So 5.5 by 3 3/4. Now, if you ever, I do YouTube live every week on a Sunday morning. I do YouTube live. Now I need to get some Whisper White. So I'm just going to show you then. I've gone down by quarter of an inch to get the border on the front of my card. Now I'm going to show you when I go down an eighth of an inch. So I'll just fold one of these card bases in half so you can see the difference. I'm just going to score that at 4 inches because that's halfway on my card. And I'll fold that in half. So now I've got 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Now, because I've done that a quarter of an inch smaller, I'm going to have, as you can see, an eighth of an inch border all the way around. Okay. So now if I want another white layer and I want to go down again, but I don't want as big a border this time. I'm going to go down by an eighth of an inch. So this here is 5.5 inches. I'm actually going to do it 5 3/8. Now this is where I start getting my really fine borders. And because the other measurement was 3 3/4, I'm going to go down by an eighth of an inch. That's 2 of these strokes. If you can see that on my trimmer, the 3/4 inch marks there, I'm going to go 1, 2 strokes, and that's going to be 3 5/8. And that's actually going to give me a layer that I'm going to get a 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. Are you ready to see that? So when you see that lined up, can you see how you've just got a really minute little border? So that gives you a really fine border. Now, if I wanted a thicker border, because you can see here on the card, I've got like an eighth of an inch border, so you can see the difference. I've got an eighth of an inch border all the way around. And then with our fresh freezer and our Whisper White, I've got a 1/16 of an inch border. So remembering by cutting down by a quarter of an inch or an eighth of an inch is how big your border is going to be all the way around. All right, so now we need to cut some more Whisper White layers for the front. So I'm once again going to do 5 3/8. And 5 3/8 again there, and we'll do 3 5/8, which will give me the other measurement. I'm cutting 2 at a time because our trimmer is awesome and it can do that. So 2 layers at a time. Now these pieces too, remember to keep these. These pieces are great for doing your sentiment layers. So remember to keep those. So now I've got enough layers to do the front of my cards. I've got my colored layers. I've got my Whisper White layers, and I've got my card bases. So I'm just going to, with those card bases, score them all at 4 inches. Now I only score my card bases at 4 inches when I'm using the thick cardstock. When I'm not using thick cardstock, when I'm using my regular cardstock, I just fold them in half and burnish them with my bone folder. But because our thick cardstock is thicker than normal, to make sure that you get a really nice fold, make sure that you actually score the halfway mark so that you can fold over your cards. Okay, so there we have that. All right, so now I'm going to bring in all of my card bases and I'm going to grab my bone folder. So if you're brand new to crafting, this is a really, this is a basic lesson on what you need to do to be able to create some quick and easy cards. Okay, so I'm going to burnish those along the fold so that they fold really nicely. Now, I've scored down into that cardstock, so you've got a valley score line. You fold against that valley score line. So you have the mountain score line inside your card, you have the valley score line outside, and you fold against that. The reason why we do that is the valley actually stretches the fibers of the cardstock, and then when we fold against it, it allows time, it allows movement in those fibers to not crack along the edge of your cardstock. So if you've noticed that when you go to fold your cardstock in half on your cards and you're noticing that it's cracking along that fold, you'll find that it's because you actually have folded and you haven't stretched those fibers. So therefore, when you go to fold it, sometimes those fibers can actually crack and they can actually break. And so because they break, you end up getting a really rough, horrible fold on your cards. So that's just something, a little basic thing to do to make sure that everything folds really nicely. So we've got our colored card bases, we've got our white card bases, we've got our colored layers, and we've also got our whisper white layers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gorgeous stamp set, which is the Elegantly Said, and I think I'm going to do a really cute card. So I love this stamp. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm going to mount that up onto a block, ready to go. And you'll need to use a fairly large block because it is longer than these little ones here. So we might start off with using, once again, we'll go from the lightest color again because we're going to have to clean these in between. So we'll go from the lightest color to the darkest color with our stamping. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gorgeous, beautiful scroll that we have there. I'm going to ink that up in my pale papaya. And I'm going to pop that up in just in that corner like that. Okay, now isn't that just stunning? And I think I'm going to pop another one down in this corner down here. So hopefully I haven't got my head right in the camera there, but I'm just going to pop another one down in that corner there. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to ink up the flower. And I think I'm actually going to pop the flower right smack bang in the middle. Okay, so just like that. All right. So I'm going to pop that one aside. I'm then going to clean my stamps in between now. So I'm going to grab my chamois and give those stamps a clean. And we might go on to the Fresh Freesia colour. Okay. Go to Fresh Freesia. Okay. Just going to keep popping those ink pads aside instead of having to close the lids on them. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with these ones. So I'm going to ink up that Fresh Freesia. So type in the comments if this is the first time that you've actually watched me here on Facebook. Please feel free to share onto your Facebook, share onto your timeline so that other people may want to get a little bit of crafting in. You never know who out of your friends might like to craft. And also feel free to hit that like button because Facebook likes it when you hit that like button. All right, so we've got that, and then I'm going to ink up the flower in the center, just like that. Okay, so we've got that one there. Okay, so the next color that we're going to move on to, I think, is Soft Succulent, so we might do that one. We'll clean up my stamp again in between. So one of the things is to make sure that you do clean up your stamps, and that way you're not going to cross-contaminate your ink pads, and you're not going to get a really wacky sort of color when you go to stamp, because if you don't clean and you've got a bit of residue left on from another color, you can tend to get some pretty weird looking colors when it comes to stamping. So I'm just going to ink that one up again, and I'm just going to pop it down in that corner, and excuse me if my head gets in the way. So there. You've all gone quiet. I can't see any comments. Now this stamp set is called Elegantly Said, and I think I'm actually going to love to probably emboss with this stamp set. Hey Shirley, how you going? I'm probably going to enjoy embossing with this stamp set. I think embossing with gold will be absolutely gorgeous, but I just wanted to make a set of in color cards. So we've got that for that one. So I'll leave these ones above here. Look at these. Aren't they looking stunning? Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to clean that off again, and we might bring in the polished pink this time. So tell me if this is the first time you've watched. What colors are you liking so far? Out of the 3 that I've done, what colors are you liking so far? Let's see if you can get the colors right for a start. Okay. Oh, I have done soft succulent. What am I doing? I've done soft succulent. I need to do polished pink. I nearly went to do another. Freesia, Janice is saying Freesia. It seems to be the popular choice. It really does. So we're going to go in here now with polished pink. So we're going to go stamp just there. And I'm going to stamp just on that bit there. Okay. Oh, nearly went off the edge. And just the flower in between. Okay, like that. Fresh Freesia because you're a purple freak, Beryl. Well, that's okay to be a purple freak. Totally okay to be a purple freak. Why not? And it's a light shade of purple. So probably if you like Fresh Freesia, it's not being too freaky with the purple. It's just being lightly freaky with the purple. Oh dear. And so Beryl, whereabouts have you been holidaying? I know that you went holidaying, but whereabouts have you been? Tell me where you've been away. Okay, so I'm going to ink up now the evening evergreen. I'm going to do that on there. Shirley says, well, damn, now I'm liking this set and this is all I've seen. I know, Shirley. This was definitely on my radar, this set. When I seen this gorgeous scrolly stamp, I was like, yep, that's definitely on the radar for sure. And then I'm going to ink up the flower in the middle. Okay, now what goes with this stamp set is a gorgeous punch. I'm going to leave those there. So I've got all my ink pads beside me here so that if I need to get them out again, they're right there. All right, so I'm just going to clean up those stamps. Okay, so we'll clean that up and we'll clean that up. Okay. So now I'm thinking that I want to grab a piece of Whisper White, and out of this stamp set, let me see. Life has changed for you, but my love and support never will. I'm thinking thank you. Thank you on the, okay, where have we got? Thank you. Okay, let's do thank you. Although, no, I think wishing you a happy, wonderful birthday. What do you think? Wishing you a happy, wonderful birthday. Why not? Let's turn these into birthday cards. That one there. Okay, wishing you a wonderful birthday. All right, we'll pop that onto a block. Okay, so now first of all, we'll go in our light colors again. So let's do our pale papaya. I'm gonna do one like that. Now, do I have the punch here? Oh, where's the punch? I had the punch for it. Did I put it back over there? No, it'll be on my desk here somewhere. Oh, no, hang on. I took it inside. Just 1 minute. I'll be back. Now, who that's out there that's a demonstrator knows what this one is. You've seen a chart with a whole lot of variations of things. Punch with this punch. I know. It is amazing. I'm trying to think of who did it. Stamp Your Art Out, Rachel Tessman. Rachel Tessman did this, and honestly, it blew my mind. And she actually showed it because one of her team members, I think, did it. But you can do so many different things with this punch. Okay, so I'm actually going to punch out that gorgeous sentiment there like that. Now, who doesn't like that? Now, I want to show you, and this will show you just how you can get a different variation to this punch. If I've got a strip of cardstock, I can pop this strip of cardstock in here. Are you ready for this? And I can punch this like that, and look at that compared to, where's the one that I punched out? Okay, so that's just by punching a narrower strip. Elegant tag. Thank you, Beryl. Elegant tag punch. So can you see that? Now it's the same length, believe it or not. Look, when we sit them on there, they're the same length, but this one looks longer because of how narrow it is. So you can do that. You can also use, are you ready for this? That one that I just punched, look at that. You could use that as a tag as well. There's so many things that you can do with this punch. Now let me see if I've got a skinnier piece. Let's try this piece. Okay, so a skinnier tag we can do. We can do it longer. So we could do, are you ready for this? So I've got just a scrap piece of Whisper White that I've cut off my layers. We could do a piece like that as well. So, Shirley. Okay, we could also curve the end of anything. So if we want to pop this in here and just curve the end, we can curve the end. Just like that. So many things that you can do with this punch. Honestly, it is amazing. Totally amazing. But for this one, we're just going to do this. I'm probably going to, with the cardstock, we might punch out one of each of the colors. So let's punch out that one. So I've got that and that ready to go there. So let's clean up that stamp and we'll stamp our next color. So just bear with me while I grab my chamois again. Okay, so we've got pale papaya done. Let's now do fresh freesia. I'll pop that one back there. Fresh freesia. So I'll leave those there so you can see the different variations. Now, if you're wondering, none of these items are available just yet. to customers. They're available to us as demonstrators. If you wanted to join my team right now, today, you would be able to pop these into your starter kit. If not, we have, as I said, a joining special called the Join Plus. You get to choose $283 worth of product and you only pay $169. But if you join today, you get to choose $235 worth of product and you get to purchase these products and put them in your starter kit. All right, so we've got that color there done. So now let's clean that off again and we'll do our soft succulent color. So I've got that. Let's move that out of the way. We'll bring in soft succulent, which is here. Okay. Let's ink up that one. So wishing you a wonderful birthday. You could make a rolling pin, Maureen. I know. There is so much that you can do with this. Okay, so we're going to do that for that card. Let's grab one of those pieces as well. And we'll punch one of those out. So can you see here, by making multiples of these, by the time I'm finished crafting here, I'm going to have 5 beautiful cards. So my attitude is, if I'm going to mess up my crafting desk, I'm better off to mess it up for more than one card than making the mess and only getting one card out of it. So wishing you a wonderful birthday. And we'll punch that one out. That's our evening evergreen. So I've got that. Let's grab our piece of evening evergreen here. I'll punch one of those like that. And then the last one that we've got is our beautiful polished pink. So I'll clean that up again. Okay. And I need another piece of Whisper White. Do I have any here? Is this... You know what? I'm going to use the back of this one. I'm going to use the back of that. No, I'm not. I'm going to grab another piece. Oh, there's a piece. I was going to say, surely I've got a piece of Whisper White around here somewhere. Okay, so we'll do our polished pink. They're wishing you a wonderful birthday. All right, and we'll punch that one out. Okay, so we have that. And we need some polished pink for our layer in behind. One there. Okay, so let's start assembling these together. Now, I also think what I would like to do is exactly like, I actually don't think I'm going to do it. I was going to do a nice sentiment layer, but I'm not going to. Okay, so now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut these in half like that. So for all of them, I'm going to cut them in half. There. And for that one, cut it in half. And just randomly cutting them in half. It doesn't matter how you cut them in half, because when you see what I'm going to do with them, it doesn't matter how roughly you cut them in half. All right, let's get that out of the way. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of Seal Plus just on the back here. And I'm then going to line this up. Then I'm going to get a bit of a, just pop the Seal Plus down there, a little bit of a border. So a bit of a shadow. Okay, so just like that. A bit of a shadow. And then with the bottom piece, a bit of Seal Plus along there. And then just pop the bottom in there as well. Whoops. Hold it still. Hold it still. There, like that. Hey, Joanna, how are you? How are things going in Boggabri? Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm probably going to pop it down in there. So I'm going to do the same thing. Honestly, you know me, I'm a liquid Tombow girl. Sometimes the Seal Plus just doesn't agree with me. If I can find my liquid Tombow, there's some. Hopefully there's some in here. This will be so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to pop some liquid glue onto here if it wants to come out. Oh my Lord. Oh, it's coming, I think. You know what? I'm going to get another one. That one doesn't want to play nice. Let's just get a new one. The beauty of having lots and lots of glue on hand. What's Shirley saying? That's it. Oh, hey, Margaret, how you going? You use my layers to cut my punches out to save on cutting into new papers. Yes, exactly. You could do the same thing, Beryl. I'm not a frugal crafter, I'm afraid to say. I go with whatever's happening at the time. And I mean, when I've got time, when I'm not doing a video, I probably could do that. But when I'm doing a video, I just use whatever cardstock's on hand. Okay, so I'm just going to, the beauty of liquid glue, you can wiggle it around and get it to sit exactly where you want it to sit. So I'm going to pop some glue on there and pop that one down in the bottom. Turn it over, wiggle it to where I want it to be and pop it aside. So I've got that one. We'll do the same thing on the other three. Okay, so we've got that one there, like that. Now you can do this with more or less any punch by just doing a backing layer and cutting your punch. The reason why this one works is because it's got the straight edges, so you're able to do that. If it didn't have straight edges, say it had like a curved edge and you would see where you cut it, I would then choose to glue two together and layer them up. But because I like to not see an edge where you've cut that punch. Where see with this, you can't see the edge where it's been cut. So we're going to do that. And this just creates a little bit of a shadow in behind your sentiment, but makes your sentiment stand out more on your card as well, which is really, really good. Joanna, you're going to see this and then you're going to pop in another order. I can just see it. You're going to go, oh my Lord, I definitely want that, because Shirley's on here and this was not on her radar. And seeing I've got on and crafted with it, she's like, oh my Lord, I now think I need this. And what can I say? I do my job well. That's all I can say. I do my job well. But honestly, our Stampin' Up products work. They do the work themselves. I really just have to show them. But it's a great way of getting extra out of your punch as well by doing this and getting a really nice border in behind. Okay, so we've got that happening on all 5. So now, of course, we're going to have to bring in the ribbon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue all those layers on first. So I'm just going to turn those over and glue them onto my coloured layers. Now, I think it's really nice too to do just monotoned colors, like monotone cards, because this is emphasizing the color itself. We really don't need to have any other color on there. It's looking gorgeous just the way it is. All right, so we're going to do our polished pink one. So just a little bit of Tombow on the back. The thing is with Tombow, little is best. Too much is a sticky mess. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Little is best. Too much is a sticky mess. Okay, so well, was very low on it, but now has risen significantly. Hey, Mari, how you going? No worries. That makes me laugh, Shelley. It was very low on the list, but now it's risen significantly. The paper for this is stunning. The designer series paper. The card that I made, I'm trying to think of when I did it. Was it last Sunday that I did it? I used the designer series paper. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Gold, silver, and copper accents. Who doesn't love designer series paper like that? Okay, so we've got that one. And then we've got our evening evergreen. I really like this green. I'm not a green person, but it is definitely a really nice green. Okay, so we have that and that. All right. So now, seeing as I've got the ribbons on my desk, I may as well pop some ribbon on here. So we've got, and my ribbons are all tangled in a mess. So I'm just going to bring in the end of the ribbons and wrap them around. So I'm actually going to wrap this around. So I'm going to use some Seal Plus on the back here to wrap my ribbon into. Okay. So I think it's around about there. Oh no, I need it up a little bit more. There. Yes, that looks better, like that. Okay, and trim. So we've got that one. Whoa, and did I do that crooked or what? Okay, I want that one down a bit more. The idea would be to look at it and get it straight on the front first. Okay, now I need some dimensionals. Where did I put them? They're little ones. Oh, there's some big ones. All right, so I'm just going to pop that up with dimensionals on the front. So just taking the backings off and pop that just down there. Wishing you a wonderful birthday. Okay, so that's one. This one here, pale papaya ribbon. Can we find that in my mess here? Where's the end? There it is. Okay, so let's do a bit of Seal Plus again on the back. Pale papaya, about there. Let me see. Is it there? Yep. And in there. And cut that one. Okay. Pop that one up on dimensionals. You've all gone quiet again. Oh, my phone's not quiet. My phone's going crazy here with messages. Sorry, I meant to put that on silent before I started. Okay, so we're just going to pop that one on there. Okay, soft succulent. There's the end of my ribbon. If you could see how the ribbons are in a tangled mess here, I'll untangle them in a little while. but I just keep grabbing for the end of the ribbon. Okay, there and across the front. That. Okay. Pop that one up on dimensionals as well. I don't know why that message just popped right up in front of my face here. I can't see your comments. Reassuring that it happens to the best of us also. Pretty ribbon, Janice. I know. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of the celebration ribbon that we had back celebration last year, I think it was, and it was gorgeous ribbon. And then we had an issue with it and couldn't get it. And I think everybody was devastated with not being able to get the ribbon. It was great to have it as a celebration item, but that's what it reminds me of, is the celebration ribbon that we had last year, 2020. I think it was 2020, or it could have even been 2019. I'm not sure, but it brings back memories of that ribbon. Who remembers that? It was gorgeous. We had blue, purple, pink, and a yellow color, I think. It was gorgeous. Gingham Gala collection, Lisa. Yes, it was gorgeous, wasn't it? And we had that gorgeous gingham paper, the gorgeous, beautiful paper that we had. And it was a paper that was quite popular, that they brought it through into another catalog, I know. And then everyone was devastated when it left, because we all like the old gingham check paper. Can't go wrong. Okay, so we've got that one there. And last of all, but not least, our beautiful evening evergreen. Now I'm also going to grab some envelopes, because I want to show you how you can make a gorgeous set of these cards. And it could be a really good gift for somebody, like a set of these 5 in-colored cards. Beautiful birthday cards. So you would have a birthday card for 5 people in all different colors. So depending on what people's favorite color might be is the way you could gift them out to people. You love that collection, Lisa? I know. Okay. Oh, Ruth came out with the gingham paper, yeah. And Shirley's saying she's still got some. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm actually, seeing I've got those popped up, I might just glue those directly onto the card bases. So we've got that one. So you can see here, these are coming together quite nicely. So got that one. Got this one. I've thoroughly enjoyed crafting with you this afternoon. I thought I'll jump in, have my lunch early, and get on and do a bit of a crafting session. That one. Like that. 2 more to go. That. And the last one. And I think I'm also going to, when I decorate the envelope, I'll show you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to kill 2 birds with the 1 stone here. So I'll just grab some envelopes to go with them. Now, I don't know whether I've got the bling over in here. No. We do have some gorgeous jewels that go with them, but I have no idea where I've actually put my pack of them. I did have them out the other day, and they could be well in the pile of things that I have here on my desk, but at this stage I'm not going to be able to get my hands on them just yet. But there's some gorgeous, beautiful gems that we have that go with our in colors. I'm probably going to just use, and where did I put them? I was going to say the rhinestones that I just opened and used. And yeah, in my mess, cannot find them either. There they are. Okay, let's do this because we can. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is maybe just there. Now, actually, you know what I could do? I could color them with my blends. Okay, I could do that. We could go this. Okay, let's go like that and like that. Okay, and like that and that. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that. I've already put those ones on, but we can change it. That. Pink. And that. And we can do the soft succulent. That and that. So this is the beauty of having blends in the colors. So let's scoop those ones off that we already put on there because I can't color them on there. Let's scoop them off there. Oh, and there. I just flicked them everywhere. Lord knows where they went. I'll find them stuck to somewhere. There are so many sentiments in the set. I know. Saving them for special occasions? Yes, you could. Okay, so I'm going to, now that I've got those colored, I'm going to take the colored ones off and pop them on. Okay, so that's looking really nice. Okay, now we've got soft succulent there and there. Okay, we've got polished pink there and there. We've got fresh freesia there. And is that it? Yeah, there. Okay, we've got evening evergreen there and there. Okay, now something that will make this look even better is I was going to spritz with my in color. You know what? I'll spritz just with these ones. It's okay. I was trying to find my in color markers and yeah, Lord knows where they are as well. But I'm going to spritz just with my blends. I'm going to be really, really careful with them. So I'm just going to use that end and spritz the cards. So I've got that one. I've got my, is this light evening evergreen? I need the dark. Where's the dark? Is that one it? Dark. Yep. So I'm just going to once again take the brush end and just spritz. You can see spritzing stuck to the cat. Yeah, probably. How do you stop the gum sticking to the envelope flap to the rest of the envelope in humid, wet areas? Making sure that you keep them dry and keep them sealed in a packet, Rita. I know I've had the same thing that has happened to mine over the years, and it really upsets me. So making sure that you don't, making sure that you keep the moisture out. Even one of those dehumidifiers as well, that takes the moisture out of the air. So dark, soft, succulent. I'm going to do a bit of spritzing there. Whoops, wrong end. Try the other end. Okay, so a little bit of spritzing there, and with our pale papaya in the dark. There. Okay, so that spritzing just takes the, I don't know, the plain look off them, if you can understand. There. Okay, so now with our envelopes, what I'm actually going to do with the envelope, and I'm going to incorporate these as I'm stamping. So I'm going to use, first of all, this one here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the flower, I'm going to ink it up in our soft succulent. So like that. I'm going to take the envelope and I'm just going to pop a flower there. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to pop a flower on the back there. And then inside, I'm just going to do a second generation flower inside. Okay, so just like that. And oh, I thought I just put that in my ink pad. So there's one envelope. Okay, so now let's clean. Well, actually, I'm going to do the evening evergreen because I don't have to clean off for that. So let's do evening evergreen. So ink up my flower. So one here. And decorating your envelopes is, hey, Elizabeth, how you going? Decorating your envelopes is something that really adds that touch. So then stamped off for the inside. Okay, so it really adds that touch to your cards. So let me do, we'll do pale papaya, then we'll do that one and that one. Okay, so I'm just going to clean off that stamp. Okay, so we're going to go in with the pale papaya. That one. We'll grab our envelope. So ink it up. One there on the front, one on the back, and without re-inking into the middle of our card, like that. We have that one. Like that. And then we have our fresh freesia. So we'll bring that one in. We will clean up that stamp. Okay, ink up our fresh freesia. So down there, and on the inside of our card without re-inking. Like that. So as you can see, we're going to have a beautiful drive like a possessed demon. Good afternoon, everyone, home from my driving. Okay, so I'm going to clean up that one and bring in my polished pink. And bring in that last envelope. So we're going to ink up there, ink up there, and then without re-inking, we can pop that one in there, like that. Now, we actually have, and I'm just going to see if I've got some, we actually have some acetate boxes, which, do I have some in here? Yes, I do. Okay, so we have these acetate boxes, which are really, really super awesome for packaging up these that you could do a beautiful gift for somebody. So they're big enough to hold at least 4 cards. I'm going to probably try and squash the 5 of the cards in here. I'm just going to, you can see they've got score lines already done on these acetate boxes, but they are fantastic for popping in. Oops, I can get that to fold in. Okay, so the main thing is definitely scoring on them first, and then you can fold that in, and it creates a gorgeous gift box for somebody. So, so being able to make a set of cards like this is a great present. So if you absolutely love making cards, but then you think, what do I do with all the cards that I make them as gifts for people. Okay. This acetate box is not being my friend today. Okay, there we go. So we've got that folded. So what I would do is I would pop them all together, and you can pop them into the acetate box like so. I'm sure it will fit 5. Just got to be careful when you're putting them in that you make sure that you've got it all in. Okay, and slide them. Oh, that's the one thing I've got to make sure I've got those. Slide them down in there. There you go. And then you can fold them up, and there you have a beautiful gift. You could wrap a ribbon around, so we could just like this, wrap a gorgeous ribbon around and tie in a bow. And you have a beautiful gift for somebody. So you've had fun enjoying making the cards, and then you can gift it to somebody as well. Okay, so they're like that. So what do you think? If you like that, please give me the thumbs up. Please hit that like button. If you're watching the replay, then please still feel free to comment. Feel free to hit that like button and share the video, because as I said, you never know who out of your friends might be interested in some crafting time. So thank you everyone for spending the afternoon with me this afternoon. Well, a little bit of time out of the afternoon, a good hour or so out of the afternoon. So we've made 5 gorgeous cards. As I said, we've got a beautiful, gorgeous gift that you can give to somebody. We've had fun with the in colors. We've also got the beautiful, gorgeous little bookmarks. So if you're on my customer list and you have ordered within the last month or 2 months, you will be the first ones to get my catalogs. And as soon as I get more, I will get them out to you. Now, our catalog goes live, as I said, on the 4th of May. We have that joining special, the Join Plus special, for $283 worth of product you get to choose, and you only pay $169. Or you can join right now and you get to choose $235 worth of product. So if you join in May, that gives you an extra $114 worth of free product. So it's an awesome special. It will be here before you know it. So if you've been interested in joining Stampin' Up and getting a discount on your products, and actually just joining just to get the discount, to be a happy shopper, I would love to invite you to our Wild Heart Crafters team. There's quite a few of the Wild Heart Crafters on here this afternoon, chatting and having a great time with us. And being a part of my team is so inspiring as far as your crafting level. Depending on, you can be a brand new crafter, you can be a casual crafter, you can be an avid crafter. Joining my team means that you get inspired in our Facebook team page. You also get every Stamps Club video that I do every month. I do a Stamps Club video. You get that video for free. You get any of my inspirational videos that I do that people purchase, you actually get for free. Our Global Creative Tutorial Bundle, my team get access to that PDF tutorial bundle for free. So, and also if you wanted to do the business side of it, my team actually get free business training as well. So if you wanted to be a part of all of that, then I really urge you to join with the Join Plus special in May and be a part of a great crafting community. As I said, we are crafters from all over Australia. It doesn't matter where you live. You can be a part of our team. We catch up monthly in Zoom meetings. We have in-person monthly meetings that everybody locally comes in person, and everybody that's not local we catch up with on a Zoom call, and we stream it live into that Facebook group as well. So you get lots and lots of inspiration being a part of the team. And the beauty of being a part of Stamping Up and joining a part of my team is being a part of that crafty community, because that's actually what that is my big why. That is why I do what I do. It is super fun and awesome to be a part of a crafting community like that, and people help you with your creativity and your inspiration. So it's a great reason to join. So if your order is going to be any more than $169 during the month of May, I urge you to join my team, because I can tell you it is well worth the money just to get the discount. So, and you will get discount no matter what until the end of October. Whether you make that quarterly amount or not, you will get discount right until the end of October, guaranteed. 20% off any of your orders. Until I see you again next time, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy a little bit of crafting if you can, and I will catch you all again sometime. Bye.
Just look around and you can see it's so much more than stamps and ink. It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you, a part of me. It's creativity.